Good morning, everyone. This is Ida. I wanted to share with you a project I was working on last night. You guys saw, I showed you guys the memory decks card that I made for my swap. Well, I was thinking, I haven't seen anybody do these in the little teeny tiny embellishment. So I made some into teeny tiny embellishments. I'm going to take this one off so you guys can see it. I just attached it with one of those little glue dots. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. See, there's the little holes for the card. And then it's got a little pennant fishtail banner here in that shimmery ribbon trim that I showed you yesterday. And then here's one of those word beads and a rose, and then here's another little flower with a pearl in it. But if you had those stamps, I know a lot of you ladies do journaling, and they have those really small stamps. You could probably stamp something on the tab right there. And I'll show you the back so you can see. This one I actually had to piece two pieces together because it was my first one. But you can see the holes right here. This back is not going to show, so it really didn't matter. I was just trying to get my height and everything right. But see the little holes right there? How cute is that, you guys? It's super cute, and it does have the tab and everything. So I'm going to show you how I made these today. And I'm just going to attach it right there. And the reason I have them lined up here, and I have a space down here, because I'm going to make some into paper clips. But look at how cute they are. They have a little piece of white trim going across, and then it's got this little fishtail banner. And like right here, you can see the little, let me take this one off so I can show you this one, because this one's perfect. See the back right there? The little cut-ins where you would, you know, if this were a real one, that where you would snap it into the Rolodex boxes. But it's super cute, you guys, and they're real easy to make. So I want to share with you how I made these. And like I said, the ones I'm going to make, I'm going to make them into a paper clip. So let's get started, you guys. I think they're super cute. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to take out my, and you can do this with scrap, guys, because all you need is a little piece of paper that measures 1.5 inches by 1.25 inches. So I'm just going to put this paper here, and it's just a scrap, just kind of to line it up. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Let's get these pieces out of the way. And there's the 1.5 inches. Now we're going to cut them into 1.25 inches. Oh, no. Wrong way. This has to be the width where you're going to do the tab has to be 1.25 inches. So we're going to have to cut another little piece off of here. And the length is what is 1.5 inches. So your height on your little memory decks card has to be 1.25 inches. And the length is 1.5 inches. So let's put this in here. And to make a paper clip, we're going to need two, because we're going to need a front and back. So there's one. And I'm only going to make one on camera, and I'll make the other one afterwards. I am going to go ahead and cut my pieces out, though, since I already have my trimmer out. And let me see if I can get 4 of them, because I need a front and a back for each paper clip. And I think we're going to make it, you guys. There it is. Yep. So here we go. Now we can get rid of the trimmer. Now for those of you, and this is, you won't be able to do it with the regular envelope punch board, but because I have the mini, And the notch that it punches is a lot smaller than the regular size envelope. That's why I was able to make these. So I'm actually going to take one of these pieces and I'm going to line it up right here where the first notch is where I'm going to line it up. And I'm just going to punch that. I don't know if you can see right there where the very first notch is. And then I'm going to do that again with my other piece. And I want this to be the back. No, actually, you know what? I think I want the back to be this green color. It's got stuff written on it, so you have to make sure you get it's going in the right direction. So I'm going to bring it over here to this very first notch again, and I'm going to punch it. So this is going to be the back, and this is going to be the front right there. Actually, you know what? I don't think I can turn it around and it work. Maybe. Because I want it to be green on the back. So yeah, I think it will work, you guys. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to move these aside because I'm going to do these off camera. I just wanted to do these for you guys on camera so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put these together, and I want the notch to be on this side. So I'm going to trim this other piece off. And I'm just going to line it up. And you can use a cutter, you can use a ruler. You know, it's pretty easy, guys. So I'm just going to snip mine off. And it looks like it's a little bit off. So I'm going to try and straighten it. Come on. Like, it's very little, but it's enough that I can see it. Not yet. Maybe there. Yep, that looks better. So there it is, guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to round the corners. This is what I use. The corner rounder by We Are Memory Keepers. And I'm going to use, see how it's got 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. I used the 1/4 inch one, and you have to open these wings that it has. And then I'm just going to slide my, one at a time, just slide them in there and round the corners. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Now this, because of the tab, you kind of have to mess with it a little bit to get it as far in as you need it to be so you can round the corners. But it can be done. And then I'm going to round this one. The only one you have a trouble with is this one on this side, not the tab part. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to round all the corners. And this little last tab right here. I think that looks pretty good. So here we have the front and the back to our memory decks card. Now I'm going to leave these two together like this, line them up, and I'm going to make the holes at the bottom. And I'm just going to eyeball these where I want the holes. But see this, when you squeeze it, you see that one side is small and one side has the bigger hole punch. So I'm going to use the small one. And I already have this gauge set how I want it, because it stops my paper from going in any further. And I'm just going to eyeball it, and I'm going to make, I'm going to make one hole here. And then I'm going to slide over it and make one over here. That's all you got to do, guys. And after I do that, I'm going to leave them together the way I had them. And I'm going to snip on either side of this little hole to cut out this little notch right there, where it leaves where you can slide the paper into. Let's say if this were a real one, you could be able to slide it into those memory decks boxes. But see right there, guys, see how it's cut? How super cute is that, you guys? Now, you can do these memory decks cards with a regular envelope punch board. I personally, I'm going to be honest with you, I would prefer to have the die or the punch, because I love when a die leaves that crisp cut and that indentation. It kind of embosses the line around it. I like the way that looks. And you're not going to get this doing it this way, but they're still super cute. And if you don't have one, well, you know, doing them this way is better than not doing them at all. So anyway, we've already rounded all our corners. Here are our 2 pieces. And we're going to put a paper clip in between these. But first, I want to decorate the front. So all I did to decorate the front is I got some really thin ribbon trim. And I have it handy right here. And this is the one I use. See how thin it is? It's maybe 1/4 of an inch. Yep, it's 1/4 of an inch. And all I did get it was I got my the fabric tack, the beacon, and I'm just gonna put a little line right here of glue. Nothing major, all the way across. And then I'm gonna get my trim, and I'm gonna set it down right here where I put my glue down. Straighten it up, and I'm going to get my scissors, and all you need is a little piece, you guys. And I'm going to cut the edges off, make sure they're nice and straight and clean. So that's it. And I'm not going to do it to the back piece. I mean, I suppose I could, but I don't think I'm going to. You could, because it's a paper clip, but it's not necessary. So this is what I did here. And now I can either add a word bead, like I can, if I had the word like noted or to do or whatever, I would have stamped it on the tab. But because I don't have it, I'm going to add a word bead to it. And I'm going to actually just put it in at an angle like this. I don't know how well it will stay on, because you know the way we do the clips, but it should be fine. And to do that, I'm going to use, again, my fabric tack. And I really need to open my other glue, and I haven't. My Beacon 3-in-1. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the bottom of this word bead. Let me close it up. I did want to put a little banner or something there, so I'm going to set this aside for a minute. And I'm going to get this, I had it up here. Here it is. This little piece of that ribbon that I told you guys. And I'm just going to kind of fold it like that and give it like 2 ends. And I'm going to make it into the fish, like a fishtail banner. So I'm going to snip it to the center. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. It's just a paper clip. It's nothing major. If you're really good at it, you know, that's awesome. I'm not that great at it. There it is. All I did was fold this over so I have both right sides showing, and I can just set it down, put a little dab of glue right here. I didn't turn on my glue gun. Well, we're going to have to use this then, because I don't want to hold you guys up. I don't want this to drag on. So I'm going to put a little bit of the fabric tack there. And I'm going to put this little banner down. There it is. And now I'm going to get my word bead, and I'm going to set my word bead right on top of this banner that I just put on there at an angle. Right there. Maybe I'll slide it over some. See the pretty little banner right here? And you can see the iridescent in it. I love it. I always love to put a little bit of sparkle on anything that I work on. And we're going to get one of these little roses that I have right here, or any type of small flower that you have, you can add to this. I'm going to go ahead and add a rose. And I have this jar of flowers that I've had for a long time, but I'm not going to use these because I started using these over here. And that goes to show you guys that a lot of times we buy things and we don't realize that we have something So similar. Look at this, guys. How similar are they? And I had this somewhere in my living room instead of in my craft room. But I bought these a while back. I did get a good deal on these, so I'm going to use these. But, you know, a lot of times, because I'm not organized in my craft room, I end up buying something that I really don't need because I already have it. So I think I'm going to use the darker green, mint green right here. And I'm going to put one of those pink flowers there as well. Let me grab one of those real quick because I didn't grab one. I should have been ready, you guys, and I wasn't. I thought I was. So this is all that I'm going to use to do these. And what I do with the stem right here, I don't hardly ever cut it off. What I do, especially when in a small project like this, I will take something thin like this. A skewer would work fine for this. And I just kind of hold the end there, and I twirl my rose around it so it'll coil up for me. And that's what I do. I hardly ever, like I said, cut it off. And it gives me this little, kind of like the way the ivy has. And that's what it does. And we're going to add this. I'm going to take one of my round nose pliers. And I am going to turn this in because this can be a little sharp, you guys. So I'm going to catch the end right here and just tuck it in so it won't be sharp. So, you know, especially if you're going to be using it as a paper clip, I mean, your best option might be to cut it off, but I want to leave it on. So I'm going to add this one maybe here. Let me see. This is why I don't do process videos, you guys, because it takes me a long time to decide where I want to put stuff. So I think I'm going to put this here. And it takes me, believe me, a long time to decide where I want stuff. And I'm going to add some glue to the back of this. And I'm going to put this right here in the corner, right there. And then I'm going to add some glue to this little mint green one. And we're going to put that there. And I'm just going to stick it right here, you guys. Kind of make a little flower collage. And there it is, guys. There's my little index card, memory index card. But this one we're going to turn into a paper clip. So I have my paper clips here ready. And I'm going to, let me see. I want to see how I want this. Do I want it like that or do I want it like this? I think I want the longer side to the back. So we're going to put it here, guys. We're going to set it right up here. And then we're going to put the backing on it. And we're going to sandwich the paper clip. We're going to sandwich in between the two layers of the little memory index cards. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and line this up where I want it. I'm going to add some glue around this part so it'll hold it for me like as a temporary thing, but it sets, you know, right away. So I'm going to set that down right there. That's about where I want it, in between the two holes. So if you're going to add a paper clip, you might want to space out the holes in your memory index card so that your paper clip falls in between. For me, it doesn't matter, but some people are kind of particular about stuff like that. So you might want to space out the holes wider to give yourself a bigger gap in the middle for your paper clip. This is kind of balled up here, and I don't want it to do that. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add this on my paper clip, or actually my card, not my paper clip. And I'm going to add it all around, you guys, because I don't want it to come undone on top of the paper clip. So I'm going to add plenty. There we go. Close this up. And you could add a bow or something to it, but I don't think these really need a bow. So here it is. We're just going to line this up and squeeze it so it will stick. And this you're going to have to hold for a little bit because this doesn't dry instantly the way hot glue does. But I think this would probably give you a better, it will last longer. You know, it won't come undone. So let me make sure I'm lined up back here as well as in the front. That looks pretty good. And it gives you enough time to move it around. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Got glue on my glass. I really need to clean my glass. And I'm just gonna squeeze it there. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some glossy accents to the flower. So there's the paper clip, you guys. How cute is that? And I'm just going to add this, it's called Stickles, and it's glitter glue, and it is, what color? I don't remember what color this is, you guys, but it's the clear one, but I think it has a name. So I'm going to add some of this to my little rose and just kind of give it a little bit of sparkle. I usually just squeeze a little bit out, and then with the tip of, you know, the nozzle, I spread it out. Yeah, that's plenty. I mean, literally, that's all that I do. And I can add a little here if I want to. Kind of clean off the nozzle. And usually when I store them upside down. So all the contents will go to the tip of the nozzle. And I'm not waiting trying to squeeze. You know, like y'all remember that ketchup commercial that would say anticipation. And they would wait forever and be tapping the bottom of the ketchup. Well, I don't want to have to do that with Stickles. Golly, I guess I just told my age, right? Anyway, here it is, you guys. How cute is that? Let me put it on something so you can see it in action. How cute is that, you guys? And it's pretty sturdy, so when you hold it, of course, you would probably have to hold it from the little word bead. But it's pretty sturdy, you guys. It's not going to bend or anything like that. And it's a little bit up, but it's not too bad. I think it's only about 1.25 inches. So that's not real bad, but how cute is that, you guys? I just wanted to share this with you guys because I hadn't seen anybody do it. And I remember I said I'm working on a swap. So because I made the bigger one, and I did order some dies that are little bitty cups that are supposed to be charms, and the regular teacup, and then like the to-go cup for coffee. So, but it's not here yet. So this is what I'm doing. If that happens to come in and I do one with those little charms that I ordered, I'll definitely share it with you guys. I want to thank everyone for watching. Everyone have a great day and God bless. Bye.